Hey there, kids! How are you? It is Wednesday evening, and I feel shot out of a cannon. I don't know about y'all. It is hump day, like Julius has reminded us all day long. Happy hump day, right? Welcome to the Child of Mecha live stream. I am your host, Tim, the one and only Child of Mecha. But of course you knew that, and yeah, man, we're good. We're good stuff today. Let's see. They had a good stream today. We got some good work done. I'll show you that here in a few minutes. Real quick, I wanted to mention, man, I watched the Punisher one-shot thing that they released, the One Last Kill. Holy shit. That was awesome. Like, really, really good. Gripping emotionally, especially when he's, visiting the graves of his family and everything. I was just like, oh my God, starting to like tear up and everything. It was crazy good. And then just all out battle royale after that. It was awesome. Like almost nonstop action after that. And it was freaking great. So if you have like Hulu, Disney Plus, anything like that, I highly recommend it. It's only 45 minutes, so it's basically like an episode, right? But it's just a one shot, and it was super good. It was super good. Like, dude's like hallucinating people and everything, and oh yeah, it was. Let's put it this way: it was surprising that Disney has that on the channel at this point, because it was, whew, yeah, crazy good, violent and all that. So that was perfect Punisher. So anyway, all right, you guys, let's get you caught up with what we did today. Yeah, let's go camera 2. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. All right, actually, let's go super zoom. Get you some good detail here. There it is. There it is. Yeah, look at that. That, oof. That's looking really, really nice so far. We got different shapes. We've got different levels of details and things like that. Just crazy good. I'm really kind of excited about this one. This is going to be hard to give up. I'm not going to lie. This is going to be hard to give up because this is looking really, really nice. So just real quick, like what we did today, right? We went ahead and applied these details here, and these kind of overlap and kind of overhang that the plating here on this side, right? So it sits on top of it, and then there's a 0.5 millimeter strip underneath of it to kind of back that up, and so it drops down to the level here of the base barrel piece, right? So that's a nice little detail. It differs in height and level and everything like that. So that's really, really nice detail. There was some fine work and application on these pieces that took quite a while. We also went ahead and got these, kind of connector pieces in place. And as you can see, they are, let me just take this apart and I'll show you a bit easier here. They're beveled on the inside to fit around the drum there, right? Yeah, there you go. Now you can kind of see that a little bit better. Yeah. So they're beveled on the inside here, so they come right up to the drum, and basically it looks like it's being supported, right? Now, obviously, this is still in just kind of the block form at this point. There's, very little detailing at this point. This is, we're just blocking things out at this juncture, right? And then also what we did was we kind of filled in this dead space back here, and beveled those down just to a nice little taper back there. And then we also went ahead and we got rid of these kind of angled protrusions that were on this side. They kind of angled out a little bit, and just filed those down flat. So this surface, and let's get back on camera here. There we go. So this surface and this surface are now parallel to one another, which I think definitely looks a lot better. So yeah, really good stuff there. Now obviously sanding that down, that opened up this little cavity here, which will, you know, end up filling at some point. We don't have to do it right now, but yeah, we'll pop a 3mm rod in there and kind of, you know, get that going there. Now, some things that I was thinking about while you know, during the break today, because Handren is well, has been bugging me about these pipes, right, and about detailing them and yada yada yada. So I kind of gave that a little thought today, right? And what I'm thinking while I'm pulling out the detail bits here, what I'm thinking is basically with painting, right? That's where my mind is going right now in terms of what I want these, you know, to look like, right? So in terms of painting and everything, I want to cap off these fronts here, right, where the pipes go in, and I don't want to add a huge, you know, piece here, because that'll become too much, I think, right? So I'm trying to think of a way, and I was thinking of a way that we could cap these spots here on this piece, but then that would effectively negate us being able to use these, you know, use these pipes here, right? So what I kind of thought was, instead of using those kind of static pipes there, was to use something else a little bit better, right? And let me show you here a second. I'm kind of fiddling around and dropping things here. So, come here, you. All right. So, what I'm thinking, is this the right size? That's the right size. I'm thinking about using spring, right? Easy peasy. And then that way, get these out of here. That way it adds some better detail there, right? Kind of breaks the monotony of just a static pipe. Definitely gets Handren off my ass. It would be easy to install, right? Because these bend, right? So what I could always do is to cap this off here, and then inside here probably add maybe a strip of plastic to stop it from falling through and everything like that, or just cut it, you know, cut it to a length where it just fills that whole thing up. That might be easier, honestly, now that I'm thinking about it. And then that way, you know, since this bends, I can just maneuver it into position and kind of pop it in there. And that might be the easiest thing to do. So I think that may be the route that we go, you know? Because, yeah, George, it's all about appeasing Handren. Oh my God, dude, right? Oh, shit, right? I mean, love him to death, but the dude's on my ass about, like, what are you going to do with the pipes? What are you going to do with the pipes? You got to detail them up? They should look like this. They should look like that. Oh, man. So, but he's got a point. You know, I'm not going to lie. He's got a point. You know, and mind you, the static pipes that were in there were just more placeholders than anything. But, yeah, I think using spring here will be probably the way to go. So let's take a look at it. Let's see if this is going to be feasible, number one, right? Now obviously we're just popping that through the ends here, you know, so that's nothing crazy. But yeah, I think that actually looks pretty dang good. All right, so with that, let's get our pliers out, our little wire cutter pliers, and we'll cut a length of this and see what it do, right? All right, get that off of there. So this is a little bit of an easier process. Yeah, I'll pop that side in here and right there. And all right. So there's the length, right? So essentially what we would do, here's kind of the operation that I'm thinking, right? It would be capped off here, and you would thread that in there, and then it's just a simple process of pulling that back, right? Watch, pulling that back and just kind of threading that in there, and there we go. Now, I think I'm gonna have to cut this a little bit shorter. Maybe just maybe about there. Ooh, watch your eyes. All right. So yeah, so basically thread that through there, right? It would hit the cap in here, and then pull that back, pop it in there. Bob's your uncle. There it is, right? And that, there we go. That definitely gives it, you know, some extra character, I think, right? So yeah, I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that. So yeah. All right. Anywho, it's all about appeasing Handren. Oh shit, that's funny. Julia says, Tim, what about putting a small bit of styrene that protrudes out in the little rectangular hole on the side, like a positive detail? Oh, you mean like, oh, right here? Actually, I think I'm just gonna fill that in, because I'm not a big fan of that, you know, so I'll probably just fill it in. But Lelouch, what's going on, dude? He says, make the rods more like a piston, as if they were to help with recoil. Is it more like a laser style gun or actual ammo? I have no clue. I have never really thought about that, honestly. Yes, both. I don't know. I want it to look cool, you know? That's all I'm thinking right now. Like, I am essentially throwing practicality out the window and stepping out of that box. And this build is more about aesthetics and kind of throwing, you know, belief out as well, you know? So I have no idea. Yeah, Chris says, I mean, is he wrong though? No, not at all. Not at all. Our boy Handren is not wrong. George says, this is the curse of doing a project in front of the peanut gallery. Yeah, for real, right? Oh my God. Greg Blair, he says, hey, that part looks familiar. Oh my God, you guys. Okay, so found out where I found out where the Beam Magnum and the Master Grade Unicorn Runners came from. It came from Greg. Evidently, he gave these to me, sent them, I forget which. But Yeah, I had no idea where this shit came from, Greg. Straight up. On one of the streams when I found this, I'm like, yeah, Mecha Santa Claus came and dropped it for me. It was perfect. Let's go. So, yeah. That's, yeah. So I got it from Greg. Oh, man. Good stuff. Okay, so let's cut this other bit, and we'll have 2 matching springy pipes here. Let's get those set there. Get our wire cutters. Boom. Snip that. There you go. Back into the detail bin with you. And with you. All right. And then here, let's mock this up and kind of take a look at it, see what we think. I wish Handren was on so I could give him some shit about this. Let's see. Come on, get in there. What's going on? There it is. All right. I'm sure I'll hear about it. I'm sure he'll watch this stream and be like, "Hey!" Oh my, good old Handren. All right. So, yeah. I mean yeah. Okay, that looks better. I won't lie. That looks better. So, yeah, I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it. What do y'all think? Did that look better than the static pipes? Gives it character. There's no doubt about it. Gives it some character. So, yeah. I dig it. Greg Blair. Ho, ho, ho. Mecha Santa. There we go. Chris says, is it bad I keep staring at my Master Grade Double Zeta full armor and wonder what I have done? Dude. So, and Chris says, I like it. Nice. So Chris, this is the funny thing. Like, I was working on weathering the GM Quell. That was the build that I was working on before the move, right? And half the parts are weathered and half of them are not. And, you know, so I'm looking through the parts and everything. And, yeah, see, okay, so here we go. So, weathered, non-weathered, clean, right? So I'm looking through the weathered parts, and I come up on this guy. And I'm like, what the hell is that? Like, it doesn't have a peg or anything. And I'm like, where did this come from? So, my dumbass is like, oh, okay, well, I guess it's... I'm looking on the model, and I'm like, all right, I don't know why this is in here. I'll just toss it, you know, someplace. I have no idea where I tossed it. I went through the garbage. I went through all my part bins and everything, and I can't find it. So I had 2 because they were thrusters on the back of both lower legs. So I can't find its mate. So I had to go and make a brand new pair out of the resin greeblies and plastic sheet and everything. These actually fit better now, so I'm not mad at it, but, you know, it is what it is. But yeah, you know, just coming back and trying to think about what you did, you know, to these parts and everything. And I'm like, shit, I don't remember doing that. How did that happen? Where did I get this Master Grade Unicorn Runner from, right? Like, it's all about that. But yeah, these were coming along real nice. I mean, look at that. That's not even top coated yet, right? And that's just weathered and everything. And that just, oh, that just looks so good. And then the bottom part of the shield. Oh, yeah. That's going to look straight. That is going to look straight. And then, of course, this build is an official Froggy build. It's an official Froggy build. This is the back skirt. So, got the frog on the back. Got the frog on the shield. And on the front skirt, right there. And I think, did I put him on the shoulder too? Yes, I did. I got him on the shoulder. So, love my little froggy. Love the little froggy. So, that's coming along slowly but surely. We'll get that weathered and everything and get that top coated, final build and all that good stuff and put that out soon, hopefully. But, yeah, dude. Just trying to remember. It sucks. It sucks. So, he says, yep, LOL, don't know where some of the parts even are at. Jesus Christ. Yeah. Yeah, trust me. I know that feeling. I know that feeling. All right. So, with that being said, you guys, let's take a look and see what we need to do to continue this. Now, in terms of capping these springs, right? These bits here. What do we need to do? Well, first and foremost, I want to get them perfectly even. That's important. Yeah, because they are not currently even. The reason why I want to get them even is because I want this to work on either side that I install these on, right? So, there we go. Now, there we are. That's more like it. Okay, so we're gonna have to put plates on top of both of these, right? And what I'm thinking, what I have ideas. Hold up. I have ideas. And that's sometimes dangerous. Just saying. Let's see. What do we have here? Okay. All right. Let's see what we've got. Let's see what we've got here. Because what I'm thinking is we could... who mentioned the recoil? Was it Lelouch? Yeah, this right here. Making the rods look like pistons to help with the recoil. I kind of like that idea, but I'm gonna kind of twist that a bit, right? Because what if these are inlet vents, right? Or exhaust vents, right? Recoil goes that way, exhaust goes out that way to balance the recoil. Yeah. I kind of dig that. Okay. Now, we got some Kodo vents here. What are we looking at here in terms of... Oh, that actually would be pretty nice right there. Do we have any more, like, do we have more squarish vents? That would be better. Maybe. Let's see. What do we got? What do we got here? What are these? Okay. This may work. This may work. This may work. Okay. 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 Yeah. This one right here. Yeah. Okay. Let's go. One of these big boys right here. Now, obviously, we're going to have to cut this down. We're going to have to cut this in half and cut the middle out and all of that stuff to make this fit appropriately. Not a big deal, but I kind of like that idea, right? So Good job, Lelouch. Good job on the idea. See, George, sometimes the peanut gallery has good ideas. All right. So now, get this guy on here. We're gonna have to do some beveling to match the corners, the corner shape of it, but that's gonna fit really, really nicely. I mean, look at that shit. That fits. Look at that. That fits perfectly right across the middle already. Like, that's pretty good. That's not bad. I don't hate it. I don't hate it. Okay, cool. So, let's get this marked real quick. And then we're going to get this guy cut in half to work with it. So right there. And 1, 2, 3 blocks. Here we go. Alright, we're already off to a good start right now. We are cooking. Come on. There. There it is. Let's go. Oh, you son of a... no matter. Not exactly where I wanted to cut it, but it's still longer than what we need, so no matter. Get in there. Get in there. Alright, there we are. Boom. Alright. So... cool. All right, that's going to look really, really good. Now, before we get to doing that, you can kind of see there are these little molded in notches there, right? I'm going to fill those in real quick because I need as much surface area as possible to be able to align this thing properly. So that looks like 3 millimeter? 3 millimeter, nope, that's 4. What about this? Ugh, what are we doing here? What are we doing here, kids? All right, that's 3. I know this is 2. And that's not wide enough? Nope. All right. Okay, all right, fine. Be that way. All right, let's do some cleanup here and put this bin away because I got way too much crap out right now. All right, 1/2 mil, 3.2. There we go. We got a little scrap strip in here. And we'll use that to work with. Come on, get out of there. All right, so I think 1/2 millimeter should be good, right? Yeah. All right, sweet. Sweet. Kick ass, you guys. Amber came home a few minutes before the stream started, and she was upstairs talking like Eric Cartman, so shit. Yeah, kind of got that stuck in my head right now. All right. Actually, we're gonna
save that strip. We're actually just going to use a couple cutoff pieces here and go with that. We are going to go with that. All right, so hobby knife. Let's go start with that first, and let's see what that looks like here. That's probably going to be too long, and yeah, it is way too long, and it's cut at an angle. We're going to put our vents over there. All right. Boom. Okay. That's a bit more square. Let's see if it fits. Like a glove. Very nice. Excellent. That's perfect. All right. So let's get that little guy put onto the 1, 2, 3 box. Let's get a little super glue, a little dabble do ya. Boom, right there. Now, the super glue obviously is going to squeeze out and act as a filler, which is exactly what I want to have happen here. Yeah, there we go. There we go. There we are. That is perfect. We'll use this to just spread out and fill that in. All right, so we're gonna let that cure here. Let me try to find another little scrap bit of 1/2 millimeter plastic here on the table. And you think I would have enough. Let's see, what is this? Come here, you. I think this is 1/2 mil. Yeah, that'll work. All right, and oh, that's right there, straight out of the gate. That's perfect. All right, whoop, as I drop it. Okay. Hobby knife. Little cut. Boom. All right. Little drop of super glue. All right, we're gonna just repeat this process. Boom. And then spread that super glue, fill in the gaps. This should be cured, and it is. And we'll go ahead, clip off the excess, even it up. There we are. Now I'm not going to worry about evening this side up just yet because we're still going to need to, you know, glue around it. Glue's going to squeeze out. We're going to need to address that and everything. So it doesn't make any sense to clean it up right this second. We just need to get this surface here even so that we can glue these vent pieces on. So perfect. All right, so real quick now, before we jump into gluing these on, I do kind of want to gauge what this is going to look like once it's together there. Oh yeah, okay. I don't hate that. I don't hate that. Yeah, I don't hate that. Okay, sweet. All right, so let's get this off here. And let's see, how much are we gonna need to trim off this guy. About 1.5 mil once it's actually on here. Alright, that's not too bad. Okay, cool. I'm going to put this guy in these tweezers so I don't have to worry about dropping it or anything like that. And what I'm thinking, since this is such a small surface area, we're going to use plastic magic on this just to be on the safe side, right? Super glue would work, probably fine. It would probably never come off, but for the sake of placement, timing, all of that, I think plastic magic right now with this low level of surface area is going to be the way to go. Trying to get the surfaces nice and even and straight. Yeah. Money. All right. Let's just get a little dab all the way around, and then we'll get caught up with the chat and everything. That's really nice. And what I may end up doing is maybe taking off 1 millimeter of height in this, because that's pretty tall now that I look at it. Great shape and everything, and that's going to work really, really well. I do really love the tapered look up front there of that vent that we're gluing on, but the height of it, I'm not feeling great on. So we may take 1 millimeter, maybe 1.5 mil off of there. We'll jump that hurdle when we get there. That won't be hard because since this sticks out so much, we can pull out our scribing jigs and just pop a scribe line all the way around and get this thing nice and even and straight. So, all right. Let's leave that guy there for right this second. Let's get a drink first, because I'm parched. Excuse me. Oh, yeah. Oh, you missed it. Follow on TikTok. I started that up. Follow me on TikTok. If you have a TikTok, I know this may be an older crowd, but if you use TikTok, follow your boy on TikTok. Anyway, all right. Let's go camera one and get caught up. Let's see what we got. Oh, let's see. Okay. Greg Blair says, just a plastic plug, keep it simple. I thought that. Trust me. I thought about that, right? I wasn't feeling the look of it, because I mocked it up. Trust me, I mocked it up, Greg, but I wasn't feeling it. So I think what we're doing here, once it's cut down and everything, I think it'll look really, really good. Yeah. Chris says, send you a picture, Tim, on Facebook of the circle vents from Kodo that might look good. Oh, really? Let's see what we've got. Oh, yeah. All right, let's see. Oh, yeah, I got those P111s. Yeah, I got a stack of them up there. I got a stack of them up there. Yeah. With this, with the part being, with this part here being square, I just don't think the circle vent would look great right there. So I'm feeling this. And I think this is going to look really, really good once it's trimmed down
and cut and everything like that. Yeah, I think this will look good. I think this will look good. Gunpla Joy, what's going on, buddy? Hey, Tim and crew, that gun is coming along nicely. Thank you, man. Hey, there it is. Yeah, TikTok. Heyo. George says the peanut gallery often has great ideas that makes a project double its completion time. Yeah, tell me about it, dude. Oh my god, tell me about it. Chart Twins, what up, guys? What's going on, dude? Chris says, screw you guys, I'm going home, right? She's upstairs. She's talking to her boyfriend, and she's just like, I could do what I want to do. I'm like, who said that, Cartman? She's like, maybe. So yeah, it was funny. It was funny. Let's see. Julia says, Tim, I am part of the older crowd, as am I. Does your TikTok show others, the Japanese models that you follow? So TikTok is all like short form video and stuff. And as of right this second, all I have on there is just the stream summaries. That'll change because I want to do some more short form content, quick tutorials, things like that. And I got a list of them a mile long. So that'll be on there as well. I want to do kind of some talking head pieces, real, just short form, like maybe opinion pieces, things like that, things to think about, stuff. So yeah, all that'll be on there. The truncated long form videos will be on there eventually, but as of right this second, yeah, it's just my own kind of short form video and stuff. Now, if you want to see the Japanese modelers, the real heavy hitters, dude, you gotta follow me then on Twitter or X or whatever you want to call it. I posted, I don't know how many I posted or reposted on there today. Excuse me, because that's the platform of choice for a lot of the Japanese modelers. Yeah, like this motherfucker right here. I'll zoom in and show you here in a second. But this dude, what's his name? Ball BMC, Pro Ball Maha. This is clean. This scribing work, that is super clean. Just and I love this. It's super clean, but there's one detail that 99% of the people looking at this will never notice, but it's my favorite part. And it's that little floating asymmetrical notch. That right there is my favorite part on this whole thing. Reason being is because everything else is perfectly symmetric, but this guy thought enough to throw in just this little asymmetrical floating notch when there's no other floating notches on this piece at all. He just threw that in there. I fucking love it. When I saw that, I'm like, oh, that's perfect. And I even, when I retweeted this, I even said that. Yeah, there it is. Oof, love this panel design. Very clean work too. My favorite part of this is the asymmetrical floating notch down near the cuff. Brilliant. Mwah. Just amazing work. And then, yeah, something like this. Again, just a panel. Just beautiful. Super clean. Super clean. There's different angles going on at play here, different levels, floating notches, everything. Super nice. Oh, this is a good one. This this motherfucker right here. Let's pull this back, and you can see. Look, all of this is scratch built. Well, most of it, anyways. But so he's making a double Gatling for what is it? The oh god, the heavy arms. And I mean, look at the parts. The engineering that went into this is just it's breathtaking. Look at that.
7 years. This is
Just crazy. Ooh, okay, last one I'll show you is this. And this is insane. This one right here. Ooh. That is nasty work. That is nasty work, you guys. I mean, number one, the model is pristinely clean. I zoomed in. I couldn't find a flaw. But what makes this pop is the photography. Now, the modeler didn't do it himself. He had, I guess, a friend of his, Reiner, who is an amazing modeler himself, but he took the pictures and everything. I mean, you gotta think about this. The backdrop is awesome. And then there's a reflection. So he's using a, kind of an acrylic base plate here. Get the lights out of the damn thing. And then the model itself is lit from there's a light coming from this direction, and then there's also a light coming from down. You can see it right there reflecting on that panel. It's coming down from this reflection. So it's a 2-light setup at least, maybe more. And there may be bounce fill and things like that too. But the photography alone on this thing was, what caught my eye. I was just like, damn, that is impressive. So, yeah. If you want to see me post, the Japanese modelers, Julius, X, Twitter, that's where I repost them. There's just so many on there. It's like I'm like a fat kid at a smorgasbord. It's awesome. Let's see. Shin Georgie, what's up, Georgie? Hi all. The new gun is looking great. Thank you. I appreciate that. Brandon's with us. Howdy, y'all. Lelouch says, hey, Tim, are you liking any of the new releases from Japan coming up? Sort of. Yeah. I mean, none of them are, I'll be honest with you, none of them are tickling my undercarriage, per se. I do like the, what is that? What is Zaku Grays or whatever it's called, the 1/100 FM. That looks cool. That could be really good, like kit bash fodder too. I like that. They have, surprise, surprise, they have a new master grade ashtray coming out. I think it's called the Liberty or something like that. But those are cool. I like that they're releasing new high grades for Gundam X. Hopefully we get master grades, because that would be kind of cool. I know we got the Gundam, X and Double X, but, I want the other ones, the Leopard and, whatever the Air one was and stuff. Those were cool. The bad guy one, the Visargo, that would be cool. You could do a really sick kit bash. Think about it, a master grade Visargo or whatever it's called, and an Epion. Oh, come on. That would be awesome. That would be awesome. So, maybe that'll open up the doors for Bandai to kind of get their shit together and realize that master grades are actually wanted. We could hope. But The one good thing is that Bandai's yearly their earnings were released, and evidently Gundam is outpacing every other IP, including things like Dragon Ball and One Piece and things like that, which is surprising to me. So, yeah, I mean, there's maybe some hope there, you know, maybe. Fingers crossed again, right? So, anywho, but yeah. Oh, let's see. Brandon says, yes. First thing I noticed about it. Nice. Oh shit, Colin Barr. Hi, Tim, from my hospital bed. Colin, what's going on, buddy? Why are you in the hospital, man? What's going on? Talk to us. We're here. We're here to help. I hope it's nothing terrible. God, please don't let it be something terrible. That would just, yeah, I would feel so bad then. Anyway, all right. Let's yeah, that's looking good there. All right, so let's get this other piece, this other bit here. We need to, number one, we need to trim it down. We need to trim this down a good amount. All right.
So instead of the saw, I'm going to use nippers. And just take off bits. There we go.
Much better.
Much better. All right, so now we're looking better. We could still take off a little bit more. Let's go in on this thing. Okay. All right, we just cut it. Just perfect enough. I was worried there for a second. I was just like, oh shit! I hope I don't cut too much off of here. That would be really bad. That would be really, really bad. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Perfect amount. Whew. Perfect amount. Okay. Let's see here. Charles Dodge. Oh darn, another master grade Astray red frame. That'll have to buy. Yeah, dude. It actually, I'll be honest with you. The new Astray master grade, like I said, I think it's called the Liberty or something like that. Liberty Astray. I mean, it's basically red and white like all other Ashtrays. But it does kind of have a cool look to it. Of course, it has a sword, but the head looks a bit different, at least in the pictures that I've seen of it. So it doesn't look bad. Yeah, it doesn't look bad. So Brandon says that was in regards to the floating cement. Yes, I got it. I got it. Scuffles! Anybody excited for the Gundam Bionicle line? Oh my god, dude. Yeah. We're gonna go in on that one, Scuffles. We're gonna go in on that one. Let me glue this up, and then yeah, that's an abomination. I'll show you guys. I'll try to see if I can find pictures of it online and everything, but let's get this glued in first, just so we can let it start to cure and all that. Yeah. Good. Good, 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 good. Very good. All the way around. All right, so let's get a little glue on that, and then we'll talk about this. It's bullshit. Oh my god. All right. Let that sit. Let's go in on this thing, yeah? let's get caught up first, and then we'll circle back to the Gundam Bionicle. Oh my God, let's go camera one, yeah. Cullen says, just some cleanup work from previous foot surgeries. Okay, cool. So nothing serious, hopefully. Yeah. Okay. Well, good. Good. Well, hey, dude, thank you for watching, especially from the hospital. I hope you feel better, dude. I really do. Brandon says, "What? Gundam Bionicle? No, it's not technically Bionicle. It is low budget Bionicle, and it's oh my God. Let's put it this way. It looks like Bionicle and Duplo had a baby. Yeah, it's that bad. Lelouch says the Gundam Blokies. Yeah, right. Scuffle says, yeah, it's a mixed toy line to easily kit bash, but it's all ball joints. Yeah, it's very, very bad. Chris says, I'm not a fan of ashtrays. Don't do it for me, but I'm also a UC fanboy. Same. Colin Barr, LOL, another master grade ashtray, right? Brandon says, oh, sounds disappointing. I thought they might have scored a Lego contract. Nah, that's too much money for both of them. It's confusing because Bandai has some of their IPs being made through Blokies, but not Blokies, I don't know. But not the Gundam Bionicle line, LOL. Shin Georgie says, I'm excited for the Kshatriya. Yeah, that does look cool. Master Grade SD. And yeah, the Bionicles look pretty bad. Yeah, exactly. Let's see. Giovanni's with us. What's going on, Gio? I was going to start priming the Master Grade gun cannon, but no air was going through the airbrush. I forgot that last November I rage quit modeling. Oh, shit. Whoops. He says, so I decided to clean my airbrush to start from zero. Damn, dude. Scuffle says, I'm excited for the FM Grays Ein. That's what it's called. Okay, the gray. I knew it was a Grays something, but it's the Grays Ein. Yeah, that does look like good kit bash fodder. I won't lie. But anyway, the Gundam Bionicle line here. Let me see if I can find pictures of it. I saw pictures of it on Facebook earlier. Let me see. Who posted pictures of that? Was it? Oh man, was it Otaku ME? I know Case, the owner, is there, because he's posting on his personal Instagram and obviously Otaku ME's Instagram and everything, and he goes every year. That's normal for him, and he's been posting a lot of cool pictures and stuff from Shizuoka. So I'm not sure if it was Otaku ME or not. Shit, I'm gonna sit here for 20 minutes just trying to find this damn thing, honestly. Come on. Oh, here it is. All right, let's take a field trip, you guys. Hang on. All right, display capture coming in. Here we go, and there they are. Oh man. Oh boy. Oh. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know what to tell you. I mean, like, I want to know, like, who are these for? You know? Who are these for? I mean, look at this. They got the open sides and everything, the open arm, all of this. Just, yeah. It is a stripped down to nothing, basically. And then, of course, they got the, what is that, the Freedom? Yeah. Same thing, open side on the gun, open forearms, open inner legs and everything. Just, yeah. And the Zaku, man, it's just the back. The back is what kills me, right? Because it looks like you have kind of like a universal, I guess, frame. And then the front of the legs like slide on, maybe? I'm not sure. But, yeah. I can't say I'm a fan. I'm not a fan. So, yeah. There's your Gundam Bionicle. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know who these are marketed to. You know what I mean? I don't know if these are made for little kids. I don't know how big they are physically. So they may be marketed more for little kids. If that's the case, then okay, cool, perfectly fine. But yeah, it's I don't know, weird product line in my opinion. It's a weird product line. If they're not marketed to kids, like then who are they marketed to at that point? I don't know. I hope they're marketed for kids. I hope that's what they're meant for, you know? So, we'll see, I guess. We'll see. All right. Brandon says, my 15-year-old, guessing Iwata Neo is officially dead. Ooh, I don't know what the hell happened to it, but it looks like it got ran over. Main body is bent. Yeah, that's done. Yeah. Time for an eclipse. There you go. My eclipse has been going strong for 20 years at this point, I guess. Yeah. Gizmo, my eyes. It burns. Nice. Brandon says, my 3-year-old would love those, LOL, but be sad when they break in 2 minutes. Yeah. Well, I'm just worried about the little parts. You know what I mean? Because there's probably some little parts on there. So they might be, you know, swallowing hazards for little kids, you know? So again, that's I'm wondering what demographic these are marketed for, you know? I don't know. Julie says, ouch, the heads are too big, arms too skinny, open area, flat-footed, big hands. Yeah, I mean, they're working with ball joints and stuff, so I mean, I get it. You have to take some design, you know, liberties at that point. Lelouch says it's worse than the weird SD assembly line they made with the mini pilots. Hey, I don't remember that. I don't remember that at all. George says, okay, not gonna disagree. Not my cup of tea either, but my guess these are for a very beginner modeler, just getting their feet wet with modeling. This is not for skilled modelers. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. But again, I wonder if these are marketed toward, like, you know, younger kids though. And my worry, like I said before, is the small parts. I don't know. George says this could be the gateway drug to someone getting into more involved modeling. Ooh, well, Bandai's good at that, right? Charles Dodge says my son might like them because it's fewer parts. Yeah. I mean, hopefully these parts are on the bigger side so they're not like choking hazards and things. I don't know. Brendan says if they are priced right, 10 to 15 bucks, I'll buy some for my kids for sure. Yeah. Giovanni says, when I came back to modeling after more than 20 years, my first completed kit was the high-grade ZAF. Then I went on a building spree of iron-blooded orphan kits. Nice. Old school Gunpla Exactly, Brandon. Something for the kiddos. Yeah, I mean, hopefully, and I hope these things are maybe larger too, right? Kind of more along those Bionicle lines. Um, I just don't know. I don't know. Lush says if it's based on the Blockies, is it Blockies or Blokey? I don't know. Blockies IP, then it's more of a gacha style line in which there are 5 to 9 kits and one rare collectible in every series. Gotcha. Brandon says, sad part is I have an Eclipse somewhere in the basement. Oh. Cullen Bar, maybe they're gacha vending machine fodder. Yeah. Parts mix and match. Yeah. I didn't think about that. So good call there, you two. Good call. Brandon says, kind of like car models that you can build in like 5 minutes, just a few main parts, right? And then George says, even if not for kids, for people who don't want to dive into more complex model, like a high grade. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Chris Reniger says, reminds me I still have a few of those Saku heads. Dude, I still got a Gundam head right here, still wrapped. Yeah, 100%, yeah, right there. Still wrapped. It's on the shelf, and then I have an actual one of these. Come on, get back on there. One of the normal one of these guys, and then the Zaku is up here too. Yeah, the Zaku, I think, yeah, the Zaku's way more sturdy on its base than the Gundam is. Yeah, I like the Zaku better. So, yeah, it's pretty cool. But yeah, they're right up here, right next to the monitor and everything. So, yeah. Let's see. Blockies. Okay, cool. Thank you, Lelouch. Yeah, no, I've seen the Transformer line. They're actually kind of cool. I've seen those in different stores and stuff like that too. Barnes and Noble, hobby stores, things like that. And yeah, I think they're actually kind of cool. Brandon says I want those heads so bad. Chris says I have all the Zakus and the Doms still wrapped. Jeez. Chris says I want to do a diorama one day using them jungle scene or underwater. That would be cool. I mean, they are kind of close to like 1/35th scale, something like that, if I'm not mistaken. It's not a common scale, what they're made in, but yeah. Brandon says, hey Tim, can you send the tracking when you have time? Just want to make sure I have my neighbor grab it when it's delivered. Absolutely, dude. Yeah, it should be there hopefully tomorrow, I'm thinking. Yeah, I'll get you that here. Actually, I think I sent it through sent it to you through Instagram. But I'll double check the number and make sure. I still have the receipt. It's in my car. It's actually sitting in the front seat and everything. So yeah. Lelouch says there's a GBWC for Blockies, Tim. You should try out and go crazy one day. Jesus. Julia says, hey, that's what I'm working on right now. An Exceed Gundam head. Nice, dude. Let's post pictures, Julius. Come on now. Don't just cast that out there and tease us and not come through with some pictures. Post it on your Instagram. Post it in the YouTube community and all that too, man. We want to see. All right. Brandon says, I will check. Good deal. All right, cool. So let's get back to it now that we've kind of gone off on a tangent here. And this should, yep, nice. Yep, solid as a rock. There we go, for you old people. Let's, how are we gonna do this here? Let's get this kind of what we did right there.
Come on. Right there. There we go. That's better. There we go. Now we've got some space to work in here and really kind of trim this down now. Oh, that's just... That block is just too thick. All right. No worries. We'll get our file in here and go to town. Let's get this in here. Kind of steady this a little bit here. Solid as a rock. Now it's stuck in my head. Damn it. I guess that's what I get. Solid. Come on, George, sing with me, buddy. I know you're singing at home. Solid as a rock. George is going to be on his live stream tomorrow morning. He's going to be like, that motherfucker Tim got that song stuck in my head. Now I can't get it out. Oh, shit. Good times. Good times had by all. All right. Let's see. That's looking pretty good right there. Nice and straight. Yeah. All right. Just a little bit more fine tuning here, and I think we're in business. Nope, not there yet. You bastard. Let's see. How are we looking? Ooh, buddy. Ooh, buddy. Okay. Oh. 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 What do we think? Yeah. Yes! Yes! George is like, I'm singing with you, Tim, at the top of my lungs. He said, if that song is in my head in the morning, I'm coming for you. Solid! Solid as a rock. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Ha, 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 ha. Let's go! That's fucking old school, you guys. That's fucking old school R&B right there. All right. So I really like the look of this. These front vents, right? I really, really, really like the look of these. That just adds depth. Because now we have depth all around here. We have depth here in front. We've got this crazy angle here. We've got this round drum. We got all this stuff going on in the back from the beam magnum, and now we have depth this way too, and that looks just super, super nice. Now, like I said before, I'm not huge on the height of these things currently, so I am going to take a little bit off the top.
Now the big question is do we go 1 or 1.5? Let me see. Where's the 1.5? Here it is. 1 and 1.5. There we go. All right. So, again, using our handy dandy High Craig scribing jigs. These are wonderful. We'll come in here because these should be same height. Yep, they are. And what is that gonna look like? Man, oh man, oh man. All right, let's see what 1.5 will look like here. That cuts off a lot. I'm gonna go with 1 to start with, and then kind of just go from there. We'll start at that point. Okay. Let's see. This is going to be a pain, real pain in the butt. Yeah, I can see it now. This is going to be a super huge pain in the butt to keep it flat on these vents and keep these straight, but we got it, I think. Come on. Come on. Just have to go super, super slow. Okay. I don't want to cut all the way through just yet, because I want this thing to stay stable, which it's not exactly stable in my hands while I'm trying to scribe this thing. Hopefully be enough. Okay. All right, so that's the first side. Let's get this side done now. This may be a little bit more problematic here because we've got the handle in the way, but no, we're good.
flat. There we go. Nice and even, nice and even. Okay. Ooh, little. Okay. So we've got these things scribed in pretty deep. Now we just need to wrap the corner here and connect these two lines. That's a little bit actually easier to hold. Okay. So technically we're taking off 1.2 millimeter. So I guess happy medium? Because it was either 1 or 1.5, right? So we're taking off 1.2, so kind of meet in the middle. Okay, we're through on that first side. Through on that side. There we go. All right, let me clean up the inside of this piece. And then we'll do a little compare and contrast here between the two heights. Okay. Ooh. Ooh. Ooh, yeah. 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 Okay, so it may be subtle, but there's the cut side, right? And you can see the vent real nice there. There's the cut side. There's the uncut side. See how it's still very shadowed in there? I like this side. You can see that venting in there a little bit better. I like the shortness of this here. Yeah. All right, cool. Done. Case closed. Decision made. Bang the gavel, we're out of here. Cancel Christmas. And one thing that I noticed while cutting this, let's go super zoom and I'll show you here. So, putting that scribe line in that looks pretty damn cool, I'm not gonna lie. You know? Just that little feature there.
because what I could always do is kind of paint that edge white or something like that as a contrasting color. That looks kind of nice, I'm not gonna lie. So I may, when we get into detailing, maybe scribe in a line and kind of replicate that look. So yeah,
Looks pretty good to me. Good there. Okay. Almost there we go. All right. Jolly good. Jolly good. All right, let's just flatten. Clean. Very, very clean. Scraping the corner here real quick just to get the fuzz off from scribing and sanding. All right, so there's that. We're capped. Ooh, ooh yeah. Ooh yeah. Ooh yeah. Yeah. Okay, so now that these are capped, let me kind of show you how we get the springs in here now, right? Because the springs are our only hope at this point. So put that on there. All right, so the spring will have to go in before the piece. Oh, that actually works. That actually works really nicely then. Okay, well that's easy. See, because look, because I can just kind of slide it through the opening there, and then back through, and it just goes into place. So now, bloop. Oh, you drop the damn thing. Yeah. Yeah, you guys. That's looking right. That's looking right. Okay, let's get caught up. Brandon says, I just want any song that's not Spidey and His Amazing Friends theme song stuck in my head. It's been days. Holy crap, dude. Brandon says, damn little kids shows have the catchiest theme songs. Yeah. Dude, oh my god. I remember Amber watching,
God, what was it? The what is it? Fuck, now I can't remember. It was something. There were three pets. There was a gerbil, a duck, and a turtle. And they went on adventures and shit, and she absolutely loved it. And all the songs that they sung were like brain worms in your head, and it was just like you find yourself like what the fuck am I singing? Yeah, Wonder Pets. Oh my God, Julius, thank you. Lelouch, the Wonder Pets. Yeah. Amber would watch that show incessantly when she was younger, and I still remember one of them. It was just like a one-liner thing, but it's like one of the gerbil, I think, said, it was a song about fruit salad, and it was one of the lines was like, "Do you know what a fruit salad is? It's salad made of fruit." I'm like, come on, man. And then they went driftwood. What's driftwood? It's wood that drifts. Oh, that just, yeah. Even, 20 years later, 10 years later, 10, 15 years later or so, yeah, it still lives in my brain, rent free. Ay. This couple says this gun is coming out stubby and great. Question.
We have a question.
Will you be making 2 of these? Imagine you're making a fast attacking gunslinger. No, this is going to be 1. I had originally thought of, two pistols and stuff like that, but no, I'm just going to go with this one because we were originally going to use the Aura gun, but yeah, this is going to be the one. Trust me, I think this is going to be enough firepower. I think this is going to be enough. That's a pretty maxed out weapon, if I do say so myself. Brandon says, night all. Hope to catch tomorrow day stream. Night, Brandon. Take care, buddy. And Giovanni says, hello, George. I tried to catch your live stream when I start working at 3 a.m., but by the time I'm settled at work by myself, the stream ends. I'll try again tomorrow. Go in at 3 a.m. Oof, rough. Lelouch says, the little circular detail would look awesome if used as a small flip-up lens / scope. Maybe. Wonder Pets. Julie says, don't forget the Wiggles. Ugh. Wiggles. The Wiggles. Nah, dude. My God. Nah. Thankfully, Amber never watched that. What was it? She watched Dora the Explorer. Who didn't as a kid? Mickey Mouse Club. Yo Gabba Gabba. Yeah. Which shocked me because when one episode had Questlove on there. He's the drummer from the Roots, and the drummer, what was it, Jimmy Fallon show. Mind you, I knew him before, from the Roots crew and everything like that, but still, seeing him on an episode of Yo Gabba Gabba, I was just like, what are you doing, Questlove? What are you doing to me, buddy? But it was kind of cool because I was like, yo, I know him, and he's on this kids show. It was pretty cool. It was pretty cool. And then, of course, they made the reference to it in that Saturday Night Live skit with Timothy Chalamet, because Questlove was on that skit, and Timothy Chalamet played this, TikTok rapper, and he was just like, yo, you was on Yo Gabba Gabba? And he was like, yeah, like one episode, like 9 years ago. Oh, classic. So, yeah. All right. So, next thing we need to do is get these vents transitioned over to the actual piece. So we need to do some shaping. We're going to cap our chisel because, as always, chisel discipline.
And then yank out our springs. Just like that. That's super easy now, so I'm kind of glad we did that. Handrin. Alright. So I wonder if we can just make... That would be interesting. Let's see if we can do that. What I'm thinking is just... And I'll show you here in a second. Let me kind of play with this and explore the possibility of this first. I don't know if this is going to work or not, honestly, but we're going to give it a shot. That may work. That may work. Okay, let me show you what I'm doing here, right? All right. So, all right, let's see if we can get really... Yeah, okay, cool. So, this surface right here, right? Here's what it looks like on the other side, right? It's just got this hard corner on the beam magnum part, and it comes up to a really hard corner right there where this vent is, you know, beveled there. So what I'm thinking is, yeah, see right there, just extending that bevel, and then it just kind of gradually transitioning down into that hard edge. I kind of dig the look of that, if I'm being honest. It's kind of sick. Now, obviously, we need to flatten this out, flatten the bottom out to really kind of see what this is going to look like. But yeah, I kind of dig the look of that just kind of graduated transition, you know? It's not bad. It's not bad. Let's try to get some hard edges on here. Very nice. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. All those angles are meeting up. So that's kind of what I was worried about and everything, right? So that looks good. Okay. Now, like I said before, there we go. This surface and this surface are now parallel since I kind of shaved this side down here. So I'm going to take my little God hand file here and just flatten that out. There we go. That beautiful. That is beautiful. Yes, sir. All right. Man, okay. I think we're on the right track here, boys. I think we're on the right track here. let's get... Alright, where... Yeah. Yeah. That looks really, really nice. Okay. Yeah, all the hard corners are meeting up real nicely on this. That's really crucial. All right. So there, look at that. See how that all just blends super nicely with those kind of like gradient style corners. Like, I don't even know what to call it. They're just kind of, they just trail off. They just whoop, trail to a hard edge. And this one here too. Whoop. Nice. Nice. Yeah. All right. Excellent. What time is it? 11:51. All right. We're going to continue doing a little bit more here. This, where'd it go? There you are. All right, let's get this top side nice and even here. It's looking pretty good. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. That's exactly what we need it to do. All right. Let's put this back around there. And there. Look how that... Look at that. Look at that profile. Come on. And just how those angles just disappear into nothing. Oh, that's the direction we want to take. Yeah, that's definitely the direction we want to take. Oof, look at that. That's pretty. That's pretty. She's a looker, you guys. She is a looker. All right, here we go. Bill's with us. What's going on, Bill? Howdy, y'all. Just got home. Hope everyone is doing great tonight. We are. Yeah, we're cooking. Old school. Mr. George says, hey, Bill. Nice. All right. You guys. Very, very good. This is... I'm excited about this thing, man. I'm just super excited about this thing. This is just looking really good, and it's taking shape better than I hoped, honestly. Look at that. You can kind of see through. There, look at that. You can see right through that hole right there. See the little hole? Right through. Anyway, I'm just being stupid. But yeah, that vent looks great. Look at that. That's nice and tight right there. Nice and symmetrical. Yeah, that's money. That's money. That's money. Oh, man. Let's see. Giovanni says, I got airflow. I was only able to clean 2 out of 4 airbrushes tonight. Well, as long as you got airflow, man, that's what matters, right? You only need 1 airbrush. There you go. Bill says, doing good. Was kit bashing some Warhammer at my storage unit after the afternoon stream. Kind of lost track of time. Oh, yeah, that'll happen, man. That will happen, trust me. All right. So, this is good. This is really, really good. I kind of wish Handren was on here tonight so he could kind of see his handiwork come into play. But I'm sure he will watch the replay and be like, "Aw, you guys." Nice. Very, very nice. Very, very nice. Just make sure that angle's nice and even. Jolly good. Very nice. Okie dokie. Okie dokie. Let's get the side cleaned up. Yeah, nice. That makes quick work of it. Just a little bit right there. There she goes. All right, sweet. All right, now let's get the bottom edge. Excellent. Excellent. All right, she's clean all the way around. Nice. And then, since Bill just joined us, Bill, let's show you what we did here. We swapped out the static plastic pipes for some 3mm spring. Kind of gives it a little bit more character. And we capped off the end bits there with like vents and stuff, right? And we just shaped those. Just finished up with that. And now, come on. Get in there. There you are. Yeah. 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 Ooh, yeah. Ooh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That looks really, really freaking good, you guys. I like that quite a lot. Yeah. Bill's got a question.
We have a question.
Says Tim, did you put vents in those extensions? How are you planning to slide the rod styrene in now? Yeah, like I said, we've replaced them with springs. So yeah, life, death. What's going on, Dallas? Greetings, everyone. Apologies for missing the past few streams. Been busy with the kids and other adult stuff. I'm currently out of
out for my late night 5-mile walk. Holy shit, dude. Hope everyone has a great night. Dude, nice. And then Bill says, yeah, okay, gotcha. Springs. Yes, sir. The springs. I think we could probably still use the static pipes if we wanted to. It may be a one and done once we put them in there, though. Now that I think about it, yeah, I don't want to. I don't want to put it in there because I'm gonna have to clip it out if we do. The good thing about the springs is they bend, you know. So bending in and putting them in there like that, so you can kind of see how they fit in there, right? So that cap, there's just a little wiggle room in there, nothing crazy. So yeah, I'm perfectly fine with that. And then yeah, that looks really, really good. That looks really good. All right, you guys, I'm happy. I'm happy with this. I'm happy with the progress that we made tonight. So, yeah, we're going to continue to kick this thing in the ass. Yeah. So, all right, you guys, I'm going to be back on tomorrow at noon Eastern. And, oh, yeah, see, look. The springs would make sense as a recoil buffer system. Yeah, Lelouch actually said that at the top of the stream. And I kind of played off that a little bit because he had mentioned pistons first, right? But then I was just like, oh man, what if I put springs in there, right? I mean, not that they would be springs in real life, but, you know, I digress. But having kind of the vents here, you know, say if it, you know, go back to camera 2. So say, you know, it recoils in this direction, but then the vents blast out, you know, the gases in that direction. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I'm thinking, but I just thought they looked really cool. And, yeah. So, I like it. I like it. So, all right, you guys. With that being said, real quick, Giovanni says, kit bashing 40K, that Rambo type of mission. I bought an army of 10 figures. The amount of options it came with, I decided to put it away. Went back to Gunpla. There you go. Nice. All right, kids. I'm going to get out of here. I'm calling it a night, going to bed early. Hopefully waking up at a decent time. Listen, we're going to do tomorrow's stream. And then we're gonna dick around with testing the multi-stream. So if you see odd notifications or something like that, that's going to be the reason why. So gonna try to go on to Twitch and YouTube at the same time and see what that whole deal is. So yeah, FYI. But anyway, I'll be back on at noon tomorrow. We're going to continue to work on this thing. And have a great rest of your night, guys. And be safe out there. Build something cool. And I'll see you tomorrow.